Hello everyone, and in case you're wondering, this is muck. It is the yuck that is in the bottom of lakes that all people, children, men and women, hate to walk in out in the lake. This device will actually remove muck out of the lake. Stay tuned for the next slide. Here we are. This is what I call the lake muck and lake weeds remover. It's a new invention, and it makes muck and weed removal easy, and it's by me. My name is John Wagner. Here's the equipment that we're going to be needing. This is what I call the Muck Master Scoop. More on that a little bit later. I'll explain some of the finer points of it in just a couple moments. This right here is a workhorse of it. This is actually what pulls in the muck out of the lake. It's electrical powered, a drill, high powered drill, and other things, and I'll explain that in a couple of minutes. So anyways, here's what we've got here. What I've done here is to position this particular piece of plywood, because if you notice, this bank is quite steep right here, and I just put it just into the edge so that the scoop as it comes up is being pulled makes it a little bit easier transition up there. I didn't want to have it like on a real level kind of a place. I wanted to be kind of in an adverse position. So anyways, this here, if you'll notice, this particular device is floating, and it makes it really easy, so you can walk out wherever that you want to, right into the muck. You can see that it is cold outside, and yep, that's me. That's John Wagner there, and it's cold. So here we go on to the next slide. Here it is. I just actually pulled up the handles, causing the device right here to go ahead and start to sink into the water. And next slide coming up is it is fully submerged. So in here, the whole thing is submerged under the water, and there is a ski rope, nylon rope, that's actually getting ready to pull it in. So here we are. If you're going to notice right in here, this particular thing was one of my prototypes that worked very well. Kind of redesigned it several times to get it to where it works functionally. Right in here, this follow the little red dot there, that's the ski rope that's actually bringing this in. So, and it's coming up onto the plywood right here as this being pulled in. Now, here we go. This is the first picture that we had found when we initially started this movie. And you can see this whole thing here actually weighs about 200 pounds. Now, you know and I know that if we was out there with a 5-gallon pail and a pointed shovel, a 5-gallon pail weighs about 60 pounds. This has multiple 5-gallon pails here. It hauls a lot of muck out at one particular time. I have this here up here on the plastic just because I wanted to use it just for demonstration purposes, but the rope itself is excuse me, I got to back up. The rope itself is the pulling it in, it's about 100 feet, so you can actually pull it way up onto shore. And I can, when you call me, I can talk about how to disperse it and what to do with it after it is up on shore. Anyways, here we go. This is how easy that this thing dumps. Once you get it up onto shore, you basically just pick up the handle, and the whole thing slides out, and the whole thing only weighs about 20 pounds maybe. What you do is to pick the device up and walk it back down into the water and get ready for another scoop. So here we are. We're back here to where I'm going to discuss some of the finer points of this Muck Master Scoop. You'll notice here this bail here, this is what the pulling device is, and as this pull, it actually has geometrically and actually exponentially and leverage wise, as you start to pull, the muck is all out here in front, comes up into the scoop, and as it keeps pulling, it keeps getting fuller and fuller. So what you do is that you just lean that handle back as you're going forward, and it fills up the whole scoop, which is evident in the first picture. So here we are. This here really is the workhorse of this whole industry, or the whole got to scratch that. The whole workhorse of the device. This is a very powerful electric drill. You only need a heavy-duty extension cord coming from your house or cottage out to where you want to have the muck to be brought up to. And here is the secret ingredients, which makes it very, very, very powerful. This right here has at least a 200-pound test. It's kind of like a ski rope or whatever. It will walk right through that cord. It will break it. This won't break. I went through many different devices to get to this particular point. And I think that you would be well satisfied with it. In here, this sits on the ground. There's a place in here to drive a stake into it, another side over here to where you drive a stake into it, because as you pull it, it has a lot of pulling power, and it would slide if you didn't have the stakes drove into the ground. In here are the devices that actually hold the ski rope. As it comes up, as it gets full, it comes up here and it comes back, and it keeps going back and forth. So anyways, that's I've gone through several different ideas on that, as well as this particular device here. Many times I have had to do some reinforcing, do some extra measures to get it so where it is foolproof and that it works really good. Also, it is good for taking out weeds and removing some of the soil that the weeds are on, and it actually removes out some of the muck. So anyways, this is me. I'm John Wagner. If you're interested in me making one, you can just give me a call or email me. Obviously, I'm very friendly, would be glad to answer some questions, and I live in West Michigan, and I live on a lake, and my name is John Wagner, and just please call me. Love to talk to you. Love to hear from you. Thank you. Bye.
Well, here we are, and we are about ready to give the winch a try. I've got about 100 foot of line out there. I got 200 pounds inside of the bucket. I've got the Aurora that weighs 3,000 pounds in neutral, and we're going to start it up and see what it's going to do. And here we go. It keeps bringing it in, and the drill seems to be pulling it in without too much trouble. And it keeps pulling the car back, and a steady pull as we're going, and no apparent problem. It keeps lugging down. I've got a really long extension cord on it, just so I lose some juice. I'm just trying to figure out if I got a good system here or not, and I really think that it's something else. Well, now we're coming up to a knot, kind of winding up a little bit here. I got to pay attention here, and we got to stop it there.